on, let's go outside. Let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see. A big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk. Hi everybody and welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Pat Becker and our show today is all about fostering. That's taking a pet into your hearts and your home, giving the pet care and getting it ready for adoption. And today we're going to feature the Wides. How are you? This whole family over here actually is a foster family in a great sense. How is everybody?
Great, thank you.
Cassandra, Jeff, and I'm not going to get this right, but it's Kayla, Sarah, Brandon, Allie, and Lexi.
Brady,
right?
Yes.
There you go. It was a wonderful experience talking with you all and being in your home. And Sue Ann Del Magdalena is here with us today. She is the director of the Central Oklahoma Humane. And you tell us about fostering.
Well, it's critical to what we do. We wouldn't be able to place the number of dogs and cats that we place if we didn't have foster homes. We take about 70% of our dogs and cats from the city animal shelter, and we then put them into foster homes for about 3 weeks so that we can prepare them for adoption. And we have about 185 active foster homes, and this year we'll be able to take more than 4,000 dogs and cats into our program because our fosters enable us to do that.
And of course, as we know, the foundation of every adoption process is the rescue. Every rescue does that. And the foundation of every rescue is the fostering process. And these guys have been wonderful. I visited with them in their homes. They've got a darling little pet right here. Now, who is this precious little girl?
This is Tony. She's one of 3.
Can we see her face? There you go, Tony. Look up here. Yes.
She's a bulldog mix, and she'll actually be available for adoption the week of February 22nd.
And how old is she?
She is just a couple weeks old.
Ah, and she is precious.
She is.
So we, as I say, we did visit with you in your home, and we so enjoyed it. Everything about it was great. Watch this. Today we are going to interview a couple who are fosters. This is an organization that absolutely gets a dog ready for adoption. When a dog comes into a shelter, it doesn't trust. Foster families can teach a dog to trust again through love and caring. And today, Cassandra and Jeff Whitest are with us. How are you guys?
We're great. Thank you.
So, Cassandra, you foster for which organization?
The Oklahoma Humane.
Central Oklahoma Humane.
Yes.
Excellent.
They have a staff that has been amazing. They help you find the dog that's perfect for you because every family is different and have different lifestyles, different daily, they might work all day and they maybe, they have relief fosters that some just do during holidays. But they've always been so great about working with us and finding the perfect animal that fits our household that we can help the best because it benefits the animal also.
And you have 6 kids?
Yes, that is correct.
That's a lot of kids, and I bet there are a lot of dogs. But how wonderful, what a wonderful opportunity for the kids and the dogs. What do you think it does with the kids?
Oh, it teaches them great responsibility and compassion for not only animals but people because they realize the importance.
I have written a book about this because when dogs come into an adoption facility, they have an X factor for history. No one knows where they have been, what they have been through, the experiences, negative or positive, that they could have had, which will determine their personality and their outlook for people, for other dogs, for other animals. So the foster care is so important because it gives them time, to get back to trusting.
Without the foster homes to kind of get them to that level, then they don't get their forever home.
It's tenuous at best, there's no doubt. And Jeff, you have a history of working with dogs. Tell me about this.
I spent 12 years in the Marine Corps, 9 of which as a military working dog handler. I also spent 4 years at Lackland Air Force Base training dogs.
Ah, so who is this favorite dog lying on your right here?
This is Ranger. This is actually a dog that was a foster dog that we adopted. He came into our home as a problem dog, was actually on the euthanized list.
Wow. So we have Kylie and Sarah and Brandon and Allie and Lexi, and you are all whitest. So which one is with the teen thing at Central Oklahoma Humane?
Kaylee.
Kaylee, okay. So Kaylee, if you give me a kind of an overview of your opinion of what it is down there, what they do.
They're a really good organization. On the teen board, we organize different fundraising events and stuff. And a lot of times we'll go down there and like our meeting will end short, so we just volunteer down there and we can help clean out the kennels, and you really just get to see all the dogs and see really what they do down there, and it's really amazing.
So you get a first-hand view of the dogs who come in?
Yes. You get to like see a lot of the different dogs and play with them and just give them a little bit more attention that they normally wouldn't get on an everyday basis.
So what is the value of that?
You really just get to like, you feel good after you leave. You get, like you said, a first-hand experience of what the dogs, and they all have different personalities, so you kind of get to know all the dogs' personalities, which helps us like when we're fostering dogs too. Like, you get to see the different personalities.
Exactly. So of what value is it to each of those dogs?
I think they really love it. Like whenever you go into a kennel, they just jump up and down with excitement. They're so excited to see you. A lot of times they'll just sit in the kennel like during the adoption event, and so when they get to volunteer or a foster to come in there and play with them, it means the world to them.
Exactly. So what do you do? What do you think is important to gain a dog's trust when a dog comes in here as a foster dog? What is kind of method? What do you think it does, and how do you do it?
Well, you have to show them that you're not going to hurt them because you don't know what happened. You just have to make sure they know that they're safe now.
I mean, this is an important job that you all have. Actually, it's very important for these dogs. So how serious are you about it? How important is it, do you think? Allie, tell me.
Instead of being selfish, it's about them and helping them in everything that they need and just helping them have good lives. And they deserve the same things we do. So.
Well, I am so impressed by all of you. I think you guys are just terrific. Terrific human beings, terrific kids, and I'm so proud. I know your folks are proud of you, but for what you do for these dogs, it is just unbelievable. It's fantastic. Congratulations for being so smart that you can see the value in it.
Thank you.
And we feel so grateful to everything that you all have done. We're going to give you a certificate today of a 1-year food for all of your dogs from A1 Pet Emporium. And we're going to give the kids a $100 gift certificate to A1 Pet Emporium so that you can go in there and buy your dogs some more gifts. And I have some of these too. I'm going to hand them over there. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about fostering.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
So we are going to talk about another foster family, and it was amazing to me how consecutively each family, each area, each environment was so inspiring. I was just blown away by it. So Sue, if someone wants to sponsor, how do they do that?
To foster?
Pardon me, to foster.
We actually they can actually sign up through our volunteer module online. Then we will reach out to them, bring them in, set them up with an interview, and go through the paperwork, do a little bit of training and background, letting them know what they're going to be doing as a foster. So it's very easy.
Excellent.
Actually.
Excellent. Well, we had the experience of meeting Kathleen Morris, and she is particularly a lovely girl. I really related to her. She's got almost as many dogs as I have. So this is what we saw when we went to her house. Kathleen Morris, I tell you the truth, you've got almost as many dogs as I have.
Yes, we're in competition for probably too many dogs, the Too Many Dogs Award.
You are a foster for Central Oklahoma Humane.
Yes.
And I am so impressed. We've talked with other foster families, and I tell you, you guys have chosen a good organization, and the organization has chosen excellent fosters.
Certainly there's all sorts of sizes of fosters, and I say that just because we want to encourage more folks to become fosters. I have sort of a big interest in fostering, and so take on some of the maybe more difficult cases, but sometimes it's super easy to foster, and so
fostering means taking a dog in, treating it as your own, meaning giving it the love that you give your other dogs, teaching it and helping it become adoptable, and then letting the dog go to a person who is going to care for that dog. And that's the whole bottom line. And of course, this is Bella.
This is Bella.
And I saw her outside. She is a beautiful, I tell you what, as we were talking before, God did a great job with her. This is a mix, and everything that this dog is and the way she looks, she is so adoptable.
yeah, she's probably less than 2. She was turned into a shelter with her 11 puppies when they were 4 weeks old, and so we had her and her 11 puppies until the puppies were weaned, and then 11 puppies who are weaned is a lot for any person. So then they were distributed to other foster homes, and so we kept Bella and 4 of her babies until the babies were up for adoption. Our model is that we have partnered very successfully with the Oklahoma City shelter. So the vast majority of our pets come out of that shelter, which, when Central OK Humane started, when Christy Count started it in 2007,
Right.
the live release rate from that Oklahoma City shelter was only 28%. And now I believe we're over 70%.
If I were to ask you, what would you say to a person who was thinking about fostering? What was one of the most important issues?
It's harder to give them back than you think it will be. And I see that our foster group has a Facebook page where we can share pictures and things. And so when the new fosters start, it's heartbreaking for me thinking about not having Bella, and I've been doing this for years. But my first foster, Fritz, was a big German Shepherd mix who we just loved. He was the best dog, and I just cried and cried when I gave him up. It just broke my heart. So it's hard to give them back, and I think that you have to sort of keep the mission in perspective, and the mission really is to end needless euthanasia of dogs. We've been talking about dogs, but there's just as many kitten fosters. So we have kitten fosters that keep them until they're big enough to be put up for adoption, and then all of our pets are spayed or neutered and microchipped when they're adopted out.
Right.
So we kind of end that cycle and vet checked.
Yes.
So we end that cycle of unwanted litters. Actually, one of my former foster moms, in her litter, they adopted the mom, whose name was Corabelle, and they enjoy her. They love her so much, which makes me, of course, happy and relieved that they've signed up to be foster parents.
Also.
Yes.
You've passed it on.
Pass it on.
And I will say it is addictive.
Well, I think you adopt a great animal from the Humane Society or from whatever rescue, and recognize that animal was at risk for euthanasia. This puppy was at risk.
Oh,
that dog was at risk.
Absolutely.
Both those dogs were.
All of them are,
pulled.
simply because of overcrowding.
Right.
It is an issue, and we all know that. And of course, to Kathleen, we are going to give her a year's supply of dog food too for her dogs, and the gift certificate and everything from A1 Pet Emporium. I appreciate so much you guys taking your time and energy doing what you do. As I say, it's an emotional thing too. So getting up early and coming over here and being on the show, that's a biggie also. Kids, thank you so much. I hope that, that you can pass on. Kids are great for passing on info and things like that, and the information that you get from working with these dogs and caring for them, you can pass on. Somebody says something to you and you go, you know what, you ought to do it this way. Okay? We thank you so much, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to look at some collars for dogs.
Hey Dog Talk fans, don't forget to join the conversation after the show. Just join our Facebook page at facebook.com/dogtalktv and write into Pat at dogtalktv.com. Tell us a little story about your furry friend and why they should be our dog of the week. You could win $100 to A1 Pet Emporium. Now back to the show.
All right, we're back here on Dog Talk. Sue, Cassandra, thanks for joining me with Crystal Young from K9 Couture. We have a bunch of collars here today. Tell us about a few of these designs.
I brought some geometric for you, just kind of some plain.
Like shapes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was never good at math, that's why I always have to ask. Which one was that? Is that the algebra one? Is it the letters, the numbers?
I try to do a variety for everyone. You know, we've got Star Wars.
Oh, well, the big movies
themes,
out, yeah.
Little fancy ones with brass hardware.
I noticed this one right here because I might have to take this home just for myself because I was never good at tying bow ties. But with the clip in the back, that might be good for myself and Duke to go together.
Yeah.
All right. So what do people look for when they come for collars for you? What is the big get? What do people want?
Sports.
Sports. Mm-hmm. I notice we have the pokes here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how many dogs do you have, Cassandra?
We have 3 of our own, and right now we have 4 fosters.
4 fosters, 3 dogs. Well, I was talking with Pat earlier, and we decided that we should get some collars for you from K9 Couture.
Aww.
Why don't you pick out a couple that you might want for your dogs?
And if we don't have the right size, I can make them.
That's really tough because those are all amazing. Each dog is individual, and so it's nice.
That's true. That's true. It gives them kind of a personality, right, Sue?
It does, you know, and it's so important for dogs to wear collars and tags because so many dogs get lost and they don't get returned to their owners. So this is great because not only do you get a collar, but it's a fun collar and it's something that you want to put on your dog.
Plus, sometimes when a dog gets out and they don't have a collar, people are less likely to go out and help your dog, save your dog. They can't see the vaccination tags and things like that. So, well, we're going to pick out some collars here, and we'll be back after this short break.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
On Dog Talk, we are always so appreciative of the people who have talent to send us the emotional pictures of our animals. It is something that you feel that you never forget, having a photo or a piece of art, a painting, something that will always remind you of the love that you shared with your animals. And today, Trish Clark has brought an artist with us today who is a photographer. Pam Meyers, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's good to see you. So Tim was telling me about all these beautiful artwork over here, and it's hard to tell that when you take a picture and put it on a piece of canvas, such as this cat, it looks like a drawing. It looks like an oil painting. It is just so special.
Well, I try to give it as much artwork as possible because that really is its purpose. It's there for the memories, but it's also there for the artwork, so that's something you want to keep forever.
Absolutely. As I say, it is such an emotional thing to have something to remember when they pass, especially.
Yes.
You know, I enjoy having pictures of my dogs when they are alive, but there's something about passing that picture and saying, you know,
Absolutely.
that looks great. So tell us about some of these. The one that is the collection, did that person actually have as many dogs as I?
Yes, they did. And they did not sit nice and pretty like that all at the same time.
So you did a little collage?
I did. I put together a collage, picked out the best expressions of each pet, and then put it together, and that is their family portrait.
I like how they have different expressions too. Some are what's going on, then you have the happy one in the middle, and I like how there's different emotions with each dog.
Yeah, and you know, because you get a sense that they all just got together and sat down and went, okay, like children.
Yeah.
Right.
Huh. And the mountain dog over here is beautiful too. That is excellent. Now that's on, did you tell me that's on a different thing?
It's on metal.
Oh, wow.
That's on metal. Oh,
Yeah,
how
It's a different medium.
So does that preserve it more?
No, not necessarily. It's just a different type of medium for it to be printed on. It gives it a different look.
Yeah, and as Ted was saying, you know, they all have a different look. The little cocker over here, and then what is that? Oh, there are three of them. There are
Yes.
3 dogs.
They were all photographed the same weekend, but they were not photographed together.
Oh, wow. It looks like they were all hanging out.
It is.
You're very talented.
And in
She does a
that,
really amazing
and in
job.
that there is art there. So this is what is so sustainable with having a painting or a picture like that, you know, is that you have something like that you can put together. It looks as though they all sat down together.
And it gives us an opportunity to work with each individual pet to try to get their personality and their best look, and then put them back together so that they're a family, because that's what they are.
Yeah. So what started you in this business of the photography?
Actually, Tricia got me started in this portion of the photography.
Wow. Well, she can do that, you know.
Yes,
She's
she
very
can.
motivating.
She called me out of the blue and asked me if I would contribute to helping the rescues get their fostered animals adopted. And so I went up there and we set up a background, and once a month I would go in and photograph.
So this is what you do once a month? You show those? And
Yeah, so basically it started out with, she would come in once a month and people would bring their fosters in, and we would get good pictures of the animals that are in foster care, because you know, good pictures of animals help them be adopted versus ones that are just behind a cage. So that's kind of how it all started. And then, as you know, because you were such a great sponsor of our calendar this last year, a couple of years ago, we decided to do a calendar as a fundraiser to help rescues. So every month we would have a different background, and you bring your pets in, and you buy, it's $25 for a 4x6 photo, but a portion of that $25 goes back to the rescue that's in the store that day. So it's a fundraiser for rescues as well. But then we have a fun Facebook contest with them, and if you get the most likes on your picture, then your pet is the honorary picture of the month for our calendar.
And the front of the calendar, that's a kind of a special thing, right? on the front?
In the past it's been from All for Rescues. We do different events throughout the year, and we would do that as a different type of picture. But this year we're doing things a little bit different, and we're really excited. We actually are creating this European passport.
Ooh, let's see that.
Yeah, so it's really neat. So basically what we're doing, and Pam invested in a green screen, kind of like they use on the news for the weather. Your pet is going to have the opportunity to enjoy 12 different European cities. So,
Wow.
So you bring your pet in and have their picture taken, and the background will be a different European city each time. And we're going to reward those people that come out more frequent and visit more destinations in Europe. At the end of the year, we'll be giving out all kinds of great prizes,
That is
depending
so
upon
clever.
how many times.
This woman is the marketing genius.
Depending upon how many European destinations your pet visits, then your passport will be stamped, and you'll get cool pictures and all kinds of great prizes from Imaginative Photography and A1 Pet Emporium, and so it's going to be a lot of fun.
You are amazing. She is amazing. I
So
don't think there's any doubt about
this
that.
actual weekend, today and tomorrow at our store, we are featuring London at our Oklahoma City store. So so come out between noon and 4 today and 1 to 4 tomorrow, and your pet can visit London without having to actually get on a plane and go.
Well, that is amazing. There's no doubt about that. And you know, I had a thought, Pam. today is our whole show is about fosters and fostering and that sort of thing. And I'm sure that you understand the process that they do. I would like to hire you to give a photograph, to take a photograph of Mr. Wyde's dog. He has a big mixed breed kind of lab-looking dog. I would love to have you surprise them with that. Can you do that?
Oh, absolutely. That would be my honor.
And also let's do one with Kathleen Moore. I think she has one that she really is very, very attached to.
Oh, that would be an honor. And it's all about making the memories.
There again, that's what it's all about. And so I appreciate so much you coming on, and obviously your talent is just unreal.
She's
Wonderful.
really amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It really is. And will you come on again?
Absolutely.
Good. You know, I feel so strongly about the artists and artisans that are in our community, the things that they do, the things that they accomplish, and it is such a contribution to all of us who work in the animal advocacy and animal action. It helps us boost everything. So we appreciate it so much. Trish, we always appreciate
Thank you very much,
and
Pat. We
A1 Pet
appreciate
Emporium.
you too.
It has been a great show, guys. We are so thrilled that everybody joined us today. Fostering is what it's all about if you want to save the lives of some pets. They come in off the streets, they go into the shelters. People in rescues come to those shelters and rescue them, take them into their homes and hearts, as I say, and give them a chance to sort of retrust. Right. Because when they're out there on their own, we don't know what they've experienced, which there again, and in my book I tried to convey to people, we don't know what they've been through. So to have this kind of comfort, to have someone teach them, work with them, give them care, you know, there again, it builds their confidence. Right. So that they can be adopted, and that's the beautiful thing. So thanks again, guys. It has been so wonderful. Pam, if you'll get those photographs, you know, just I will give you the names of the people and how to reach them, all right? And we're looking forward to seeing them. Will you bring them on the show then?
Sure.
Okay, we'll do that.
Awesome.
Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Talking about dogs, talking about big dogs, talking about little dogs, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging holes, thing like that. Dogs, talking about dogs. Laughing dogs, sad dogs, happy dogs, mad dogs, dogs, just talking about dogs. Lost and alone, running the street, checking the garbage, looking to eat. Out there sad and on their own, the law will get them if they got no home. Dogs, talking about dogs. Dogs, we're talking about dogs. You say they were angels sent from above, then a year or two later you fell out of love. You dumped them, man, and kicked them out. Now what the heck was that about? Dogs, we're talking about dogs.